Alright, and we're back to Let's Play Hellfire. At least we're going to start everything. Uh, Basically, I made some test stuff to show off, but I'm going to start off with my run of the sorcerer, and basically it'll let me go over the original stuff from just Diablo, and then with the barbarian I can talk about, you know, more in-depth stuff with what Hellfire added. What should we name this guy? How about... I like to name my mages Firebrand or Gastar. We'll name him Gastar, and we're gonna start at normal difficulty. And we're bright red. Hurrah. You're gonna see my pointer, sorry. Ooh. So each time you start a game, it selects quests for you. And this PP, well, means that I get one of the better quests for the sorcerer, at least. So you start here, like I said, healer, this guy identifies, this guy can give you some quests, this is the blacksmith, repair guy, sell guy, and then way over there is the witch. Whoop. And by the way, I didn't show this off last time, but this is what you move around normally, and it was very annoying in the original Diablo. So annoying. But yeah, so you start off with 100 gold, 2 health potions, and short staff of mana. Now this is Hellfire. Mana is actually a new spell. Oh, you also get Firebolt level 2. In the beginning, the Diablo, the first game, you didn't start with any spells. You just, I think the warrior starts with like a club and a sword, the rogue starts with a short bow, and the mage starts with like a staff of charge bow. But staff of mana, mana is basically a mana potion in the form of a charge spell. I don't think you can ever learn it through a book. But Firebolt, let me set these up. Firebolt, I can't cast it here, but yeah. Firebolt is your basic spell. Just pew pew. We also, let me go back to the blacksmith. We also can hit somewhat well. At the very beginning of the game, sorcerer can still hit well. Let's see if there's just some very, very basic armor I can pull out here. Yeah, we're gonna get a cap, and that's probably all we could afford. 3 armor, we won't lose our head. Alright, let's go. Into the church. The Death Monastery. Ooh, we also get the Butcher quest. Here we go. Turn it up a little.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. Bastard led us into a trap.
It's a trap!
Now everyone is dead. Killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us. Find this Butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
Okay. He made it all the way out here.
Your death will be avenged.
To die. Alright, let's go into the obviously evil place. Alright, so this game, everything...
Sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Yes, it has. Everything's randomly generated. Usually I leave my map up, but I might after this. But over here, there's a little skeleton tome area. But yeah, each room, the first floor at least, it's just spaced out like this. Ooh, lots of guys. I was just about to say, there aren't going to be a lot of guys in the first room. At least not a ton of guys, but there's kind of a lot. That's funny, but yeah, I can't hit Alt-Tab to select stuff. In the other Diablos, you can hold Alt down. Ooh, a magical cape that I can't. Well, I don't think it does anything. Sometimes you can guess when you put it on, because you can equip stuff that's unidentified. Bam. So yeah, this is the sorcerer. They did a lot better, because like I said, the other game, I don't think you start with any spells in the first Diablo. If you do, I'm wrong, I think you just get a staff. But, yeah, so this is the first area of the game. There's the church levels, there's the catacombs, there's the caves, and then there's literally hell. This is very, spaced out nicely. Jeez. This is spaced out nicely. There's doors that you can close to stop monsters from attacking you, and monsters are actually too stupid 2 open doors, at least at this level. Which, it's sort of noob friendly, and it's very reminiscent of a lot of just sort of Dungeons and Dragons feel, where there's rooms and doors, and the other places like the catacombs is more, there's destroyed stuff, and there's longer passages, and little grottos where guys can hide out. The caves are very open and suck, like, you start running into a lot of ranged guys, and they can hit you hard from, like, across little pools of lava. And then there's Hell, which is open like this, but a lot more open. It's better for the enemies, though, because there's ranged again, and you just get, each room is just a testament. You just get swarmed and hope you live. Now, here is a bookcase. Each room that has something in it, like a bookcase or a shrine, those will normally have monsters in them protecting them. Like 2 scavengers. Ooh, oil of sharpness, I'll go over that later. So yeah, in bookcase room, you can click on the little things, you can get scrolls. We got 2 scrolls of identify. We're going to use 1. Just right click. Oh, 5 armor brittleness. So it's fine, but it has no... this game, unlike the others, has item magic properties that are negative, and brittleness is one of them. Fine does the plus 21% to armor down here, and brittleness, well, decreases durability, which is kind of obvious. And I'm going to use my mana spell. Boop, see, my mana went up. Let's see what book we get. Holy Bolt. That's actually somewhat useful. Holy Bolt's going to cost about the same. It's going to do a lot of damage. It only can damage the undead, though. But there are a decent amount of undead in the beginning of the game. I'll go over weapon types and stuff with the Barbarian, but for this guy, I'm going to go over the spells. They also give you very easy types of monsters in the first level. Like you can see here, fallen ones, these like little demon kids with spears. The Fallen or the Devilkins or whatever, they can swarm you, but their AI, whenever they see something else die, they'll run away because they're cowards. They're like weaker demons. So it's pretty they're good, you know, I guess target practice, because later on stuff's gonna swarm you. And then we have zombies over here. They pretty much walk around in random until they see you, and then they kind of lumber towards you. They're very, very slow, but they hit pretty hard. And there is a danger zombie, an even more danger zombie later, that are like, they're like yellow and black, and I think they're called like death, whatever, I can't remember what they're called, death something. But I just remember they're yellow, and they permanently take off 1 HP if they manage to hit you. They don't hit too regularly, but you don't want that. So if you're a warrior and you run into that, yeah, it's kind of bad. And you save it, unlike the other games, you save when you need to, and then load exactly back. So make sure to save regularly. And here's this, now Skeleton Tomb, yeah, gonna have skeletons. I guess I can try out my Holy Bolt spell now. It looks just like Firebolt, except it makes a different sound, and it's like holy colored. Flee. We'll try my staff action. Staff action. Staff action is failing me. Let's just go back to Holy Bolt. Yay, we leveled up. When you level up, oop, hang on. Yeah, staff action. When you level up, you get refilled both health and life. You get 5 attribute points. Ooh. You don't get skill points in this because you have to find it. Level ups are important though, because as I went over the stats, they're all pretty critical. We have 35 magic when we start off. We don't really need dexterity. We basically need we need to get some strength at the beginning, so I'm going to put all my points of strength just so I can use a little better equipment. Then I'll start putting up mana, magic, and it depends. If you get energy shield really early, you don't have to worry about vitality, but you still kind of do in the beginning. Dexterity is kind of pointless to a sorcerer. It adds armor class, but you definitely want magic and other, stuff first. See, I got hit and my cloak broke, and like I said, when stuff goes down to 0 durability, it's gone forever. Terrible. Ooh, a shrine. Shrines. I like how it's called. Oop, I still have the fireball equipped. The Holy Bolt. Shrines are weird, and not just because it's called a weird shrine in this case. Each shrine has a well, not random, but each name is associated with something it can do. If it depends on the name, but sorry, I was getting some paper real quick. They each have a random thing, and you don't know what they do because watch, I'll click on it. Sword of Justice is swift and sharp. What does that mean? What happened? It can alter anything from durability to weapon toughness to stats. It can give you spell points and take away spell points. It can reduce your maximum mana. It can increase stuff. So I'm not sure what this one did. I'll get a list for them later because we are going to be looking for them. But right now, we're just going to keep this weird shrine intact. Wait, 2 to 4. Okay, so this one increases the maximum damage. So I'm okay with wasting, quote unquote, that. That's fine. Yeah, this game, unlike the second Diablo, and probably also Diablo 3, I haven't played a lot of that. I played it when it first came out, and it sucked. I know it doesn't suck now, but it was very bad when I first played it. Wow. I got mana now. Yeah, stop giving me healing potions. I want to hit things with magic. There we go. And see, the shrine spent. I can't do anything. And like a demon head came out. But yeah, do you just want to go room by room and do everything? Ooh, another shrine. Religious shrine. Let's see what this is. I think this is one of the bad ones. Or not. That healed all of my weapon and armor of durability. We'll just leave that there. Heal a little. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention with the classes is, depending on their magic or, like, the sorcerer is more attuned to magic and the warrior is more attuned to hitting things, the warrior will gain more from healing potions than the mage, but the mage gains more from mana potions, and I think it's average for every other character. But it's an interesting thing, because you'll use a healing potion as a sorcerer, and it does, like, nothing, and you're just like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? But there's full healing and mana potions that just automatically just max it out, so that's what you need. Sorry, I'm not used to the buttons on this game yet. Leaving the map open. Map's pretty simple. The big line thing are staircases. The little squares that are lit up are doorways, and everything else is just walls or barriers, and yeah, you're the little arrow that's lined up. Oh, good. Mana potion. Thank you, sir. But yeah, sorcerer starts pretty weak. If I was a warrior, I'd be walking up to these guys and hitting them and pretty much killing them instantly, but as a sorcerer, I kind of back up, take my time, hit them with my stick, shoot fireballs at them. We'll use that mana potion. Yeah. There's a trap. Remember how I said there are traps in this game? If you click on something and it sounds like a rubber band got angry at you, that you released a trap. They're very, very simple. At least in the first Diablo in this game, they were, there's traps. The early traps are like arrows hit you from the wall, or like little fire bolts that do more damage. But then there's it will release like lightning. The chest will like leave like a patch of fire, or the worst one, I think there's one that releases like nova, like a huge lightning storm from the chest, and I think that can kill you. Once again, picking up these oils. I'll explain these oils back at town, but for now, we're just gonna sell them. Keeping the inventory for selling. Yeah. But you want to go through every floor meticulously, getting everything, because I have just gone, I've gone back. You know how I said you can restart? Like, as a high-level sorcerer, I've gone back, just looked for bookshelves, and I've opened just a regular chest on, like, the second floor, and I've gotten, like, oh, a unique item, and it's, like, something really good. Like, there's, like, a really good mace for the mage that gives plus to skills, and I think I got that. Or I got like this special cap called the thinking cap, which is really good for mages. Yeah, you start off really basic spells, very basic. You don't want to just rush into things. You can also see it's kind of grid-based. Enemies move on the same grid you. Ooh, a magical short sword. Short sword of sturdiness, hurrah. That will sell. Boing. But yeah, there's a grid system, and oh wow, I died from a barrel. That is, I have to go all the way back. Oh, I have never had that happen. Well, there you go. And I was just talking about how bad like traps are. Like they're not even that tough. Well, barrels, if you hit them, they can explode. And I guess because I'm like I haven't added any points to vitality, and I'm just weak as crap. I died. That is funny. This is why you save early and often, people. Whatever, we didn't miss too much. Yeah, monster types again. So I went over the zombies. And the skeletons now are a little different. Let's keep our health up now. The skeletons... By the way, there's monster types, so obviously the skeletons and the zombies are undead. The scavengers are considered animals. They're tiny little beasts, and I think these guys are considered animals too. The devilkins. But yeah, so the scavengers, they can kind of swarm you, but their thing is if they see a corpse, they'll kind of like get aggroed by the corpse because they want to eat. So they're not full on kill you with like other things. The only things that are really dangerous right now are the skeletons, because they will just beeline for you. All forms of them, and they come out of stuff, and it's scary. Let's try this again. I can't believe I died to a barrel. What is wrong with me? Yeah, so the skeletons, the good thing about the skeletons is that they're very frail. So while they are like the smartest enemy, quote unquote, going on right now, they're just very frail. Okay. Okay, back to the grid system. You can see I can move diagonally between grids, so like I can go up and I can move diagonally too. It's not just 100% grid based. You don't really want to shoot at an enemy with any projectile once they're moving diagonally. The game doesn't like it. But if they're sitting still like that, bam. Just don't shoot at an enemy when they're moving diagonally, just don't try and shoot at a moving enemy that much unless they're coming right at you. Later on, though, there are spells that you don't really need to aim. You just shoot them, and things die. It's great. Oh, we found the staircase down. Each level has one level back up, one level back down. There are no waypoints, but there are scrolls of town portal. Oh, there are waypoints. I think each first level of the next area, remember how I said there were caves and like catacombs? There's a staircase up to town as a shortcut. But I'm just gonna stay away from those barrels, man. They scare me. But you have to obviously find them, so it's not like really easy. Always be exploring. But yeah, so trick with this game, just explore every nook and cranny, unless you're searching for something specific, like you're going back and you're just looking for bookshelves. But in the beginning of the game, no, you want to clear everything. It's actually part of the story to clear everything, because I talked about it, I talked about it in my story app, or at least when that's done. This story, basically, you're coming here and you're meticulously getting rid of all the demons, and you don't really know at the very beginning why. You just know there's evil crap going on. Alright, we're gonna pump 5 to vitality just so we have a tiny safety net here. Wow, I hit something with that fireball. It died. You can also move diagonally if you want to avoid projectiles, but it's not perfect. And there are some annoying projectiles in this game. Boom. See, they're running away because they run away from the source. Ah. Watch, I'll kill one, and the fallen, they run away. Fallen always creep me out because they kind of look like children. I know they're supposed to be like goblin imp things, but they look like naked children with swords. Like, that's terrifying. Terrifying. Rags. Ooh, I'll probably instant equip that. Nope. Boop. Rag. Worst armor type in the game. And we're saving. Yeah, this basically started the whole Diablo phenomenon, and it is so... This game... this walkthrough isn't going to be child-friendly. I'm not gonna, like, curse or anything, but there's already graphic stuff, but it gets worse. It's also scary. And when you see me play as the barbarian later, or if you already have, I will just run up and hit things. I won't be so tiny, skippy around careful. You also want to check everything because every monster you kill is giving you experience, and you want as much experience as you can get. Oh, I missed. Nope, I hit that skeleton, you all saw it. Yeah, you can see too there's two types of skeletons. There's the ones with the two little axes, and they have less stats than the ones with the shields and swords, which are called skeleton captains. Ooh. The skeleton captains, since they have a shield, I think they can block, or at least they can have more defense that way. Ooh, a buckler. We won't be using shields probably in any of the playthroughs because the barbarian's actually very good with two-handed weapons normally, but I might switch to maybe a sword and a shield. But the way it works is creepy shrine, no magical shrine. I think that's a bad one. I just remember that being bad. How do I get in here? Over here. You can see there's grates. I can shoot through the grates at all these little scavengers. Boop. How many charges? Okay, I got like 10 charges of this. Oh no, I opened the door. But yeah, shields are actually really good in this game. You do get blocking, but it's just, as a warrior, you should have... I'm not even going to click that, I know it's bad. You should have a shield and a sword, and the others can't really. Actually, the sorcerer, I might be getting a shield. If I get a good weapon, a one-handed weapon, because there is like like I said, a mace and a dagger. One-handed, that's, of course, a dagger's a two-handed dagger. That are designed for the sorcerer, and you can just get, like, plus all to some stats on a sword, and just, yeah, I'll have that, or like, plus, like, a bunch to magic, so you definitely want to take that for... Oh my gosh, it happened again! Is anyone seeing this? Because I don't remember traps being this ridiculous. Maybe the Hellfire added, the expansion added a bunch more to traps, but I've been playing this game forever, and I think I've died from a trap like twice in my life, and there are all those insane Nova traps, not barrel fun times. I'm embarrassed. Well, lessons learned. Just because I know a lot about the game doesn't mean it's gonna kick my butt in some unfair situations. I mean, I'm the sorcerer, the weakest physical character, so this is what I meant by it's hard when you start off. Come here. Yeah, let's save it. Let's, Oh, I didn't die that time, but I killed all the skeletons. I am very low on HP. We're not gonna punch any barrels. I think the explosions actually do a random amount of damage, so maybe Hellfire, like, increased the max part of that random. Oh, that's a trap. Okay. Scroll of Search. Excellent, I can show that off. Not really right now, but Search is one of the new spells. Remember how pretty much everything in the game, every game like this, it lets you see items on the ground, or there's a button to let you highlight stuff on the ground. Not that this is one of the old games. So you can see there's gold, but I have to highlight over it, and sometimes it's hard to see like up here. But if you search, it'll highlight all the items on your mini-map. You can see the little blue squares, and on the ground. Very good for finding tiny stuff. I'm gonna put it all the magic. Tiny stuff includes like rings and little things that you will hear the sound, and that was search wearing off the sound, but you won't find the items. So search is really good, and you can, if you ever learn it from a book or get multiple scrolls, you can just cast it a bunch of times and it'll last like the whole floor. Well, that was this whole floor. But before we go down, we're gonna go back up to town. Can I get past here? Oh, you see, this is a block door. Can I? Oh. It says it was blocked before. Block door? That's a block door. Can't shut it. If you kill something on the square of the door, it's blocked. Which makes a lot of sense. Like, if there's a dead demon in the way, you can't. It's like, I can't shut the door. But later on, you can't really shut doors because monsters know how to open them anyway. And they'll just be like, okay, whatever, and open it. And then you're dead. But right now, it's a good idea to do that. Trying not to yawn. I was at the gym. Did my hike and my gym. Try to walk 4 miles in the morning. All nice in the parks and stuff. It's so pretty during the summer. Sorry, we're supposed to be about demons and stuff. Oh, so I forgot to talk about the quest with this. Nah, I'm running fast. Each quest is on its own area, and they're pretty much always in the same spot. Or they're just on that floor. Like, there's a quest later where you have to get an item from someone, and it's just on a floor, and you have to find it somewhere. With the butcher, it's always on floor 2, and trust me, we will see it. I'm not going to do it at first. I will open the door and you will see what happens, but no. And then this poison water supply, I think Pepin talks to you about it, so let's talk to Pepin.
I'm glad I caught up to you in time. Our wells have become brackish and stagnant, and some of the townspeople have become ill drinking from them. Our reserves of fresh water are quickly running dry. I believe that there is a passage that leads to the springs that serve our town. Please find what has caused this calamity, or we all will surely perish. What ails you?
Hurrah. So, yeah, you'll find, I think on floor 2 or 3, you'll find something that goes down to its own floor, and you have to clear the area of demons. I like just randomly saying demons. Alright, I don't think, yeah, okay, we do. Just use this up all your scrolls, because they're better than, Kane will identify stuff, but in this game, it's 100 each, and 100 is a lot. Yeah, we're gonna sell the oils. I'll go over the oils in the Barbarian, or later in the Sorcerer, but they basically increase armor and, like armor, durability, weapon damage, and it's really weird. Some of them are permanent, but some of them are only in the game you're in, and when I say the game you're in, I mean when you hit new game, all that stuff will reset. And some of them are permanent, though, and adding durability to something, especially early weapons and stuff, can be really good. Ooh, you have a nice leather armor. Well, first let's check the premium items. I don't know if I can find cap. Red rags, there's this fire. Oh, with resistances, you are going to want to get resistances, but you probably are going to want them on your rings or amulet. And I think fire is the most important, but you'll see later. But fire, I think, is the most important just because it's the most cast, but it's a little less important in this game compared to, like, Diablo 2, where you really need it. Knocks your target back. Cloak of Balance. No, we're not going to give you this. We're going to get this leather armor. Ooh, fancy. Now we're gonna run over here and get this staff recharge. Remember, you can recharge your staffs. Here, I'll show you. I'll do a demonstration. Staff recharge skill, my innate skill. Look, it says charges 14 out of 18. Charges 16. See, it lowers the max. You don't want to do that, especially with a staff this useful. So just charge it from her. Now let's see if she has any books. Ah, there's also runes. I'll get those as they come. Yeah, there are books. Aw, Book of Lightning would be really good, but it's expensive. We just started out. Yeah, so that's the basic gameplay. That was floor 1, and it's pretty much the easiest floor in the game. Even though I died twice. Ha! But, you know, Sorceress is weak. I guess they did increase the trap damage, actually, now that I'm reading this, but yeah, so just take it slow as a sorcerer, and as the barbarian, hit things. It's a little kinky, it's older game, has sort of weird feel, but this still works really well, but yeah. I will do floor 2 next time, so see you there. We shall see if we can get that far. Bye-bye.